茨の道を歩いているつもりなんですよ。4代目。
That's one of the better ways of delivering exposition that I've ever seen in a game. Framing it as Daigo just trying to think out loud about how to solve this problem, while also informing the audience about the current situation, and then revealing that he was also informing Kiryu. That's really good. Good job, Yakuza 5. You get a little Richard Scary sticker on your paper. Put that on the fridge. I'm proud of you.
見ず知らずの俺を雇ってくれただけでも社長には感謝の言葉もありません。
I don't know that unqualified is a term I would describe Kiryu as. I mean, he's got to have a hell of a resume. He was a producer in Zero. He was a host in 1. He ran like the second biggest club in Sotenbori in 2. Actually, going back to Zero, he ran a real estate firm that owned all of Kamurocho in the 80s. I don't know that qualifications are a problem of his. Remember how the inciting incident of Yakuza 4 was also your protagonist kicking some unruly Yakuza out of a cabaret club? Yeah, it's weird that it happened twice. Is that Hatsune Miku? It totally is. I have a friend who recently went to Japan and blew a bunch of money winning a Miku statue from Crane Games. So I wish I knew this was in the game because he could have used it as a trial run. So I got all these Panzer Dragoon figures at the Club Sega, and it made me think I would totally buy one of these figures, only to learn that they don't exist. Why would you do that to me, Sega? Next, you'll tell me that I also can't buy this Nights into Dreams statue, too.
すぐできるから待ってて。
Anytime Kiryu is living a happy life, things end up going terribly. I'm counting on this woman being secretly evil, murdered, kidnapped, or all three within the span of an hour. This series cannot see Kiryu happy. I have a hard time seeing Kiryu in a long-term relationship.
これでよし。
He's like Goku or Dante. I just don't believe he knows what sex is. 1. No, that's a 20-sided die. I'm stupid. 1 plus 6, 2 plus 5, 3 plus 4. Screw this. I'm gonna go get a pen and paper. I did the math. It's 1 and 6. So I was kind of right with my first answer. Alright. Let's see how tough this hombre is. Not tough at all. We interrupt this crime drama game to bring you straight up initial D. Not that I'm mad about it though. This rules. We interrupt this crime drama yet again to bring you Tampopo Simulator 2012. Now you too can know exactly how it feels to be Nobuko Miyamoto. I'll get back to the main story eventually, but right now all I care about is these driving missions. Who cares if the chairman of the Tojo clan is missing? Low-level street punks are insulting my taxi company.
なんだ。
あの女性、まゆみさんでしたっけ？あの女には。
What? You didn't say anything. What is she? Finish your sentence. Is she a wax figure came to life? A robot? Part of the Yakuza? What is she? Don't just walk away. What am I supposed to take from that? I know what a revelation is, Mac. We talked about this mechanic every time we've met, since Yakuza 3. I had a blog about it and everything. You email me about it constantly. Hey, it's that dog. Come on, slide him across the bar. Okay, I'm pretty sure I broke that guy's neck. Another notch on Kiryu's body count. What an asshole. I look forward to fighting him shirtless. Probably on top of the Millennium Tower. It feels like a missed opportunity that I can't use this big ol' red ball as a unique move. So that's why I couldn't use it earlier. I think that ball did more than Morinaga and Aizawa did earlier.
いいじゃない。たまには。
Your attempts to flirt mean nothing to me, Mayumi. I don't know what sex is. So, Yakuza 3 had you making a movie that was making fun of Kenzan, and now they're making fun of Dead Souls. What are the odds that 6 or 7 will make fun of Black Panther? Somehow I'm guessing low, but they're not 0.
それこそ商売上がったりだ。
商売ってお前。
こう見えても俺はタクシー運転手だからな。
I really love that part of Kiryu's reasoning for not wanting the Yamagasa to disband is that it would create a power vacuum, which would mess up his ability to drive his taxi.
はあ、なんばわけんわからん言葉言おうとや。
He's got a purple health bar. This is gonna take a while. Never mind. Eat shit, buddy. Your purple health bar meant nothing. I used to not really care for racing games, but maybe I was just playing the wrong ones, because this rules. I don't care about the Tojo Yamagasa turf war. I just want to do these races. Sorry I'm late. I had to run some hooligans off the road. The gang war can commence now. Every Yakuza game's idea of jumping the shark is just asking whether Kiryu can beat an even larger number of people, and ending Kiryu's section with Kiryu fights the entire Tojo clan because it's not a gang war if they lose to one person is one of the biggest brain plays in all of video games. This is phenomenal. Are those RPGs? Shut up. We're so high above the shark that I can't even see it if I look down.
四代目は人は殺さない。情けのある男だって。
誰に聞いた？
I can't believe they actually addressed that.
誰に聞いたか？
Guess I gotta go back and delete all my jokes about Kiryu not killing. I'm still a little unclear why Saejima is going back to jail, when we spent so much of the last game proving he was innocent. Whatever. I'm sure the game has a reason. Let's make this last night of freedom a night to remember. Come on, man. Just give me the Miku. Holy shit. Oh, but we're not done yet. Bring him down, Saejima. I've seen a lot of heat actions by now. That may be the best one. Honestly, I didn't think there was going to be a karaoke dating sequence in the middle of this prison level. Yakuza really knows how to surprise you. As a character, I like Saejima. But these prison sections are... they're atrocious.
登場会がお前を破門するという旨が書かれた破門状だ。
Oh my god. How many times are these characters gonna leave and rejoin the Yakuza? They're out, they're in, they're promoted, they're out, they're the head chairman, they're out again. I can see why they changed the name from Yakuza to Like a Dragon. The characters are barely part of the Yakuza anymore. Oh my god, I don't care about Saejima's imaginary world. Can we move the story along, please? Nice shot. Oh, 2 in a row. What the hell? The AI is blowing my ass out over here. I'm sorry, am I secretly dating Paul Newman? What is this?
いけるいける。
大したもん。
I am going to shoot myself.
とめっさ調子。
あ、こんな日
The AI sank every single ball in that game. Now, if a girl did that to me in real life, I'd propose on the spot. But this isn't real life. This was a game of pool that took place in Saijima's imagination. Why did you have to imagine that I was dating the female version of Philip Banks? We interrupt this serious crime drama to bring you the end of Metal Gear Solid. It's incorrect to say that Yakuza 5 has jumped the shark. It may be more accurate to say that it punched the bear. The problem with Saijima's section so far is that it's so boring. But every once in a while, he does a flying punch on a bear. There's gold, but you have to dig through so much boring garbage to get to it. Can we just skip to the next character, please? We interrupt this serious crime drama to bring you Cabela's Big Game Hunting 2012.
そっか。なら次は罠猟だ。
Oh my god, we're not done yet? I don't care about hunting. Can we continue the story, please? I'm back with a vengeance. Try and stop me now, game.
あ、こんな日も来るわ。
I still lost. Yeah, I won. You don't need to know how many times I lost before I won. The important thing is that I won. The story can wait. I have to fight another bear. I call this move my Christmas cheer, 'cause I'm bringing it, baby. Hope your kid wasn't asking for a healthy father for Christmas, 'cause he's not getting that. Was that Daigo?
おい、しっかりせい。
Actually, I shouldn't assume that all men in puffy jackets are Daigo. More likely it's Baba. Oh, who could have guessed?
お前は
Part 3 first half. Why are we doing half parts now? Just have 6 parts instead of 5. Remember that section in Kingdom Hearts where the game just stops and changes all of the gameplay to be a rhythm game? Yeah, this is like that. But if those levels were good. This rules. The Yakuza series has had a lot of shockingly in-depth systems, but this might take the cake as the strangest. Who knew there was so much tech and strategy you could put into shaking hands? I don't think I've ever really had a reason to mention it. I don't generally like rhythm games, but adding a rhythm dance performance into your story in a game where that isn't the main focus or mechanic is a very easy way to earn brownie points from me. It's why I love the Honeybee Inn from Final Fantasy VII so much.
言ったら何？
I currently hate these 2 girls more than I did that one guy in 3 who bulldozed an orphanage as the orphans watched.
許さない。
In a just world, this story would end with Haruka putting a bullet through their collarbones. Haruka's campaign is so focused on rhythm games that you have to play a full-ass game of Taiko no Tatsujin, which must be to sell people who have never played it on the game, because I've never played Taiko no Tatsujin, and I gotta admit, it is pretty fun.
でも心配いらないと思います。社長今も綺麗ですから。
We're spending a lot of time with Park,
お世辞も上手になったわね。
which means that something terrible is gonna happen to her in the next 20 minutes.
お気の毒ですが、亡くなったのはダイナッチアの社長さんでして。
20 minutes was too generous. It took 5 minutes for something terrible to
ちょっ
happen.
と君、
Haruka Sawamura, pop star by day, detective by night. She's like Hannah Montana, if that show wasn't written by cowards. Haruka with the assist. Quick. Flying DDT off the stairs. Consider it idol training. People would love it if you did that on stage. T-set. More like RIP set. Because I killed those bitches. That may be the most excited that I've been while playing the Yakuza games, And it's not because of any of the conventionally hype moments, it's because I beat some rude teenage girls in a singing competition. This is what video games are all about, baby.
あんた、ほんまにファイナルラウンドの舞台に立つ勇気あるか？
Just walk out and let the other team win by default? No way. I need to put those shit twins in their place. It's not enough that I win. They need to lose. Yeah, baby. T set. More like T, settle for second place, because you just got your asses blown out on live TV. If you didn't make fun of my manager's suicide, I might have walked away. But now your careers and my manager have something in common. That is a doornail. So jump up your own ass and start filling out those Arby's applications, you loser shit brats. Goodbye, evil man. I'm sure the next time I see you will be shirtless. Possibly on top of the Millennium Tower.
そんな朝顔はあの手紙と関係ありません。
Sometimes it feels like Morning Glory only exists for antagonists to threaten it. It's a good threat, but you'd think people would know to leave Kiryu alone by now.
誰もその男の過去を知らない。元プロ野球選手である過去を。
They can try to hide his face behind that 1920s New York gangster outfit all they want, but I know that that's Daigo. You can tell just by his voice. Why even try to keep this a secret? Oh no, he activated his devil trigger. That thing that all pitchers can famously do. This woman makes Shinada too happy. Something horrific or depressingly mundane is going to happen to her in the next 15 minutes. Or they could reuse the Mayumi twist. I kind of feel like Shinada's chapter should have been the first, because I'm interested in how this decade-old baseball scandal ties into the larger Tojo clan, Omi Alliance gang war, but I'm not really interested in the scandal itself, because it feels kind of insignificant in comparison to the, I don't know, Tojo Omi Alliance gang war on the horizon. I don't even have enough money to play the claw machine. There's a statue of the Space Channel 5 girl right there. And I am too poor to play it. Why do you have to hurt me like this, Sega? I don't even have enough to pay the taxi fare to continue the story. This is the worst. Now let's not be too hasty. He could still be alive. How is she supposed to answer that, you roided himbo? I can't believe they actually reused the Mayumi twist. It's one thing to reuse a twist in the same series. It's another to reuse the same twist in the same game. The idea that the Nagoya family isn't a crime syndicate and is just a secret society that took over the power vacuum left by the Tojo and Omi Alliance, leaving, is a really interesting idea, and I'm worried that they're going to clarify later that, oh no, the Nagoya family actually is run by the Yakuza, which would be boring. No, just leave it be. Stop ruining your interesting ideas.
お前ら野球部が甲子園に出ること。それがあの頃の俺。いや、カムロ西高全員にとっての夢だったからだ。
Yakuza has a lot of stupid recontextualizations, but Daigo going to jail because he wanted the high school baseball team to go to nationals? That's maybe the dumbest one yet. I wonder if Daigo knew that he would have to fight this many people shirtless on rooftops over the course of his career. Like, does the Tojo clan have workshops for that?
焦った藤田監督は内野経験のないお前をわざとセカンドの酒井に変え代打に送った。
俺がお前からは打てないと藤田監督は踏んだってことか。
I can't believe this whole Nagoya family debacle was caused by Shinada being more competent than his coach thought he was. Local man is too good at baseball, causes decade-long gang war.
7球目
Oh my god, this game is so long! What are the odds that I have to fight someone in the Coliseum for this info? I really like Aizawa, and I wish that he got his own chapter, because he's basically had his own Yakuza game going on in the background, and I wish we got to see more of it. It would have made this fight the game's equivalent to Akiyama and Tanamura fighting Kiryu.
あんたそこまでしてあの子の夢を打ち砕きたいのか
そんなことはない。
Are you sure? Because that's exactly what someone who was doing this just to crush a teenage girl's dreams would say.
もし彼女が
大阪芸能の立ち上げを世話したのがその眼帯の男だよ。
So the events of this entire game can be traced back to Shinada being too good at baseball, and Majima helping his ex-wife's friend start a talent agency. Really? The funny thing about the Yakuza games is that their asset reuse is so efficient that as soon as an area is modeled, you know that you're going to go back to it at some point in a later game.
どうしてあの人がこんなことまでして私たちを戦わせる必要があったのか。その謎を知るためにも私たちはここで殺し合わないとならない。
This is simultaneously the most elaborate roundabout way of getting all these characters to fight, and also the most lazy reason that they all have to fight. That was for trying to cancel Haruka's concert. And the second was also for trying to cancel Haruka's concert. I don't have two things to be mad about. I'm just mad about the concert. Yeah, it still doesn't feel good to be on the receiving end of that. And that's the third shirtless fight on top of this tower. Why does this give me such a strong sense of deja vu? Now that we're a group, I guess I should apologize. I didn't really mean for you to jump up your own asses and start filling out applications. That's my bad. Yakuza 5 asks a simple question, which is, how many individual families can Kiryu defeat almost single-handedly? And I think we're up to 3 in this game alone. I have stopped caring about the impending Tojo Omi war. My interests lie solely in Haruka's idol career. What the hell? I go to jail for 2 years now. Majima's learned how to summon shadow clones? This is absurd even by Yakuza standards. And I punched multiple bears in the face earlier. What? Who did that? Was it Sawada? Because that would be really stupid. Really? Those guys? How did they even know that he'd be here? This is so stupid.
実の息子なんですよ。
Daigo should do more research on his inner circle. Not only were both of his bodyguards evil, Aizawa was the son of the chairman of the Omi Alliance.
あの相沢があんたの息子だったとはな。
Don't guess, Daigo. Look into that shit. No, don't enter a quick time event. I haven't finished hitting him with the chair. Oh, maybe they'll let me keep it when it's over. Yeah, chair advantage, bitch. Well, that's not a bad game. Far from it. But so far I think that that's the worst Yakuza game. Which is frustrating because there's so much good in it. I love Kiryu's taxi job and Haruka's idol sections. Shinada's plot takes a while to get going, but it has some really interesting ideas in it. But honestly, I think it's all too long. And the story just isn't as solid as some of the previous games. Especially toward the end, which just goes all over the place. It just feels kind of unfocused. And Saijima's chapter, God, I was considering just fully putting the game down during Saijima's section. It's so boring. I just didn't care. And I think that kind of killed a lot of the goodwill that the game had built up. Like I said, not a bad game, but it's probably my least favorite so far. It's just 4, but worse.
Are you ready?